Hi, I'm Jason from Endless Wave Dynamics, where I'll be on the front line of your creative business battles. In today's episode, I'm interviewing my good friend, Bart Zeeuw from effectivewhiteboardvideos.nl. Originally from the Netherlands, Bart owns a video company specializing in informational sales videos, those animated whiteboard and typography videos that you will have seen appearing more and more on most landing pages and websites. As a current participant of Timothy Mark's Secret Society Mastermind, Bart is nailing it right now, not just in business, but in every area of life. He's committed to bettering himself and has developed some great habits to set up his day to be the most creative every day. So I had to get him on the show to talk about it. We're going to be talking about how the words freedom business have been hijacked by people who are basically lazy and want the easy life, not the good life, and how hard you really have to work to come out on top. Bart will be telling us how to write accurate problem descriptions and project proposals, then how to make videos that grab your customers' attention while driving sales with effective calls to action. We then turn our attention to branding and how we identify ourselves in the different kinds of websites that we choose to buy from. We then go on to talk about how to set up your day for success and developing stronger habits by attacking failures with persistence, then tweaking what works while developing smart habits to avoid what doesn't. This includes swapping your reactive mindset for a productive one. Bart will also be showing you how to get the most out of your time with effective short and long-term goal setting. You'll be keeping yourself on track by asking why and stopping yourself from falling back into unproductive habits. And finally, some travel talk, opening your mind and stepping outside of your comfort zone by traveling to different countries and experiencing different cultures. So enjoy this one with Bart. Right, I'm here with my good friend Bart. He runs a video company. Why don't you introduce yourself, Bart?
So I'm Bart. I'm from the Netherlands. I live here for a small 3 months right now. I have a small little video company which provides me to stay here and which give me the financial funds to stay here and be able to learn a lot on business, but also enjoy my life in Barcelona.
Excellent. So you're having like freedom kind of business?
Yeah.
I don't like to use that word freedom. We've already talked about this, but it almost seems like people are not giving enough hard work when they hear that word and they tag it with the business. But with that, you still get to live out here in Spain, nice hot weather. It's December and it doesn't feel like it. We're in t-shirts right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell me a bit about the business.
Oh yeah, like it's freedom business in the sense that you can basically live everywhere where you want to live.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not really freedom business in the sense that I don't have to work at all.
Yeah.
Because it's still like a lot of work. I still work every day, put in the hours. But still I get like to be in this beautiful city by providing videos for my clients. And
tell me about the videos though. Tell me about the company.
Oh yeah, I make like animated videos to explain, promote services or a specific concept in a specific business. Because a lot of businesses they have the trouble that the attention span nowadays is a lot shorter because of Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, call everything. So you need to have something that like grabs the attention of the customer.
Mm-hmm.
Video is a good way to do that. If you have like the right structure of the video, you can have like a very effective video to convert a client and promote or explain a service.
So we're talking like videos for websites and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's like the typography type of website. So it's like explaining your companies in detail, but doing it with some way of keeping you attached and keeping you gripped to what it is that you're doing rather than it just being trying to read some sales copy.
Yeah, exactly, right? You try to keep the videos about 90 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Is there a reason?
Yeah, because you don't want 90 seconds is about like the maximum amount, like 2 minutes if it's very interesting. But it's about the maximum amount people are like, the average person is going to be like interested or before they click away. And you really want them to see like the call to action because the call to action is pretty important. It's very important actually.
Sure.
You want your customers to know what to do next to buy your product. So you want them to know like click this button or fill in this contact form to buy your services. So you want them to know that. That's why you keep it short and sweet.
So with that, I'm guessing that you've had to learn some basic psychology with that to learn what people's trigger points are and what makes the people buy.
Yeah.
Not only are you getting your potential clients, but how those people in those businesses are getting their clients through what it is that you're selling.
Yeah. Well, I've obviously had to learn some psychology about that. And how I usually start with the videos is I make a problem description. You need to have like a very accurate description of what your target audience is. So your ideal customer. So I ask that my clients, so what's your ideal customer? Which causes sometimes a lot of problems for them. They sometimes don't know it. But
exactly. Look at you back with blank expression, like what?
I've
never even thought about this.
They didn't even think about it, but they actually should. And through that, you can try to get into the minds of the customer and make a real good problem definition. So you actually explain the problem which they have before they buy your service or product. So you try to like get in their shoes, and then they're like, hey, yeah, this guy gets me, and then you're like, and then you get to the solution. So yeah, basically it's like because if you can explain the problems better than they can tell themselves, they see you as an authority.
As an authority figure.
So your authority, and that's a good way to hook your client.
I love that, and I love the idea that it's almost like you are maneuvering their brand in a certain way by doing that. You mentioned earlier about that you, when you were setting up, that you even had branding difficulties, and then you just totally changed the idea. Do you want to go into a little bit of that?
Yeah. Well, first when I first started a video company, because I first started a video company as well, and it was my first business actually. I didn't really pay much attention to branding. I just chose like a nice website, which I thought looked good. But then I was like looking more into, who were actually like my
competitors and things like that.
My competitors. I did more competitor analysis and who are actually going to buy from me. And I had a very flashy website. Like it looks flashy. In my opinion, it looked cool. But the website had to be like simple and sweet. So that's why I made it. So
because the people buying from you want the simple and sweet option, right?
I mean, they want they don't need like all the flashy buttons, flashy pictures. I mean, I have some pictures on my website, obviously, but they just want the simple website. Just what you have to do. It doesn't have to be too hard. Not too much colors. I mean, I got some colors, but it's not too. It's just like simple, and you know what you got.
Again, picking at the psychology of the buyer, being like, what is it that's going to resonate with my audience? What's my key audience looking at when they go to their websites that they enjoy looking at? What is it that's going to draw my customer in, right? I'm guessing that's what's happening. With that, it all sounds like a really committed, focused thing that you're doing. It sounds like you put a lot of effort into setting this up and reshaping your business. It's not just being a case of, oh, that's not good enough, I'm going to give up with that idea. You're just going to find out what's wrong with the idea that you've got, and then you work on that. It sounds very persistent.
Persistence. I think persistence is one of the key elements to succeed. I'm not going to say like I'm the biggest success ever because I just started out. But I realized that persistence is extremely important. So I realized, okay, my first business didn't work out as I wanted, but it isn't like I'm completely throwing the idea overboard. But what I do is I keep the same idea, make little tweaks, see how it works out, and see how the people react. So it's more like you have like two types of persistence. Persistence where you experiment with different things, and you have like persistence where you do the same thing over and over, and it doesn't work. But then it's just stupid to continue that.
I want to take a quick break and mention a record that I've worked on recently. It's a full-length record by an awesome band called Model Railway Exhibition. The album is called Diminishing Returns. I was really surprised just how well this record turned out. I knew very little about the band before they booked in for sessions to work with me, but we grew very close very quickly and bonded over a love of 90s shoegaze indie, a genre that they play up to really well with this record. As you can guess, it's a wash of crazy guitar noise with a solid rhythm section, beautiful melodies, harmonies and hooks that stick in your head for weeks. A lot of work went into the production and making of this record, so I'm super proud of it. I really want you to go check it out. You can do so at modelrailwayexhibition.bandcamp.com. So go check that out. Now back to Bart. What I'm seeing a lot with young startups, especially people that are your age and younger, is they come out of university and maybe they've been spoon-fed a lot of things in their life, or they've been living a relaxing lifestyle up to this point. The idea of picking up on a freedom business or a business where you can travel anywhere in the world and run a business from a laptop, it's very appealing because you get to sit in the sunshine, you get to do nothing. But what I'm seeing is this lack of persistence. I'm seeing this lack of commitment. I'm seeing this lack of drive to actually follow through with ideas. And I think that's something that comes with experience a lot of times. Or just being totally committed to the path of doing the best thing that you can possibly do. And like something that I see in you and my friend Toby, you're all out here in Barcelona working really hard. You'll get up early in the morning, you'll go to the gym, you'll eat nice, healthy, nutritious food, you'll intake a huge amount of resourceful information and learn and educate yourself in certain ways, and then you'll work for a great period of time. Then you'll go out and you'll rest and you'll enjoy and you'll meet people. It's like you've got all these things all stacked on top of each other, and it takes a lot of commitment to do that. Can you tell me anything about like your daily routine and how you approach these kind of things?
Yeah, well, like my daily routine, I usually wake up at around 8, so that's not even like very early. It's
normal.
It's like pretty normal.
Not for a student.
Yeah, for a student it can be pretty early, but yeah, for me it's like normal wake up time. I prefer to wake up a little bit earlier, but like time in Barcelona goes a little bit like a lot of time goes into the night, so 8 is pretty good time to wake up here. So yeah, I wake up, usually do some stretches, read a little bit, read a little bit books.
What kind of things are you reading? Because most people's habits there is like Facebook.
Yeah.
Jump straight into Facebook.
Yeah.
Scroll for 25 minutes.
That used to be me. It used to be me. Waking up, scrolling to Facebook, scrolling to Instagram. It's just lurking. You wake up with a reactive mindset. I used to do that, to be honest. Yeah. But what I did, just throw it off. I still have Facebook. I still have Instagram actually, but I don't do anything with Instagram. I still have Facebook to message people and to sometimes make a little bit of time to watch on my laptop what's going on. But I'm not gonna wake up in the morning to lurk and to swipe through the Facebook, because it takes like 20-25 minutes, and then you're already like in this mindset of you're not in a proactive mindset, you start in a reactive mindset. So yeah, that's really what helped me, to be honest. If you start your day off proactive, you can you definitely gonna see your day is gonna be way better. I noticed that as well.
As friend Toby said this week, he was talking about it, and it really resonates with me. Is the idea that if you ask anyone that's just come off Facebook after they've been scrolling, what it is that they took away from it, what did they get from that? Most people will look at you with blank expressions, like, actually, I didn't get anything from that. So yeah. Anyway, so we got the reading. So next after that.
Oh yeah, we got the reading. I do some meditating usually to get like a little bit present, stuff like that, and a little bit focused.
Sure.
And then I watch my goals. I actually watch my goals. I make short-term goals and long-term goals. So I have like goals in a year and goals in longer term goals, like 10 years from now. And especially the goals in a year, I have like a lot of whys. Like why? I think it's very important to know the why as well.
Yeah, there's a Simon Sinek book, The Start with Why. I think it's so important.
What you want to do is like, you have the goals, but you don't only want to see the goals, you also want to know why you want it. Like
I really enjoy doing to-do lists too. I like, back at home, I've got 2 big whiteboards. I like to make a to-do list and then a more detailed list of what's happening within that section. So and recently, like my girlfriend's got me a whiteboard for Christmas while I'm here as well, so that's awesome. But I got told a great idea this week about having a not to-do list, and that's something I've never even thought about.
Me neither.
You've also got your to-do list, and you've got your not to-do list. You can have it up there in bold about things like, don't do this Facebook scrolling in the morning, you know? And every time you kind of go to do it, you've got it there in big letters that's like, you shouldn't be doing that. You know, it's like slap in face, you know? There's things that you can do, like those Facebook eradicators. There's things that you can do that's like, every time I'm going to eat a bar of chocolate or something, stick it on the fridge that's like, don't do it, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
So we've got reading, we've got meditation for getting present, gratitude, and you also spend a lot of time in the gym as well. Do you think that physical health's just as important as mental health?
Yeah, definitely. I think like goes hand in hand. I think like if you feel healthy physical, you feel healthy mental. I think that goes hand in hand a lot.
I think so too.
But I'm not on the level I want to be, but you never be there.
I think I've got friends that suffer from depression.
Okay.
Real bad mental health issues, and I know that in myself, I always feel way, way better if I do something physical exercise as well. I think they go hand in hand. I think your mind controls your body and your body controls your mind if you're in a bad state. It's same that goes with healthy eating as well. And I know that you also eat pretty cleanly, really cleanly. If you're eating lots of junk food, you're going to feel like junk. You're going to feel like trash. So I think all these kind of things that we're talking about, just set your day up with the way that you mean to go along. It's like you're setting your day up as far as I know what's going to happen next. I know that I'm on my path today. I'm not going to just slack off. I'm not just going to stay in bed till 2. I'm not going to just waste my day and then hope that at some point it's going to correct itself. Because the day's not going to correct itself.
Nah, been there, done that. Like a few years ago, I was writing my goals down, getting a proactive mindset in the day. Like I felt like I was still young. Like I felt like I'm still young. Like I'm 20. I'm still young. Comes later. But now I'm 24, and you're already like in your mid-20s. And then for me, that was like the realization. Like, okay, I'm 24 now. It's not that I'm very young anymore. I mean, I'm still relatively young. But for me, it's like now it's a realization. Like time flies. It flies by. Before you know it's over. So if you keep wasting your time, you're gonna be 30, and you're gonna like, what did I do these past 10 years? So
Well, I did make a lot of mistakes for the past 10 years. Thus this podcast. So with that, you've developed yourself some new habits. You've developed yourself a new life through committing yourself to those habits. And I really loved, you mentioned it earlier, that you felt like now you're in these good habits, how bad it is to try and kind of look down on how you used to be before, and that you won't ever go back to that. It's like, I have this analogy where when you're at your lowest state, when you feel so depressed and so sad that you can never look up and think, oh, I really should smile. It's like, fuck off, I don't want to smile. I can't be bothered to smile, I'm in a bad mood. And then when you're at the best stage of your life, you're really happy and everything's flowing really well, that almost like, it's like, there's no way I'm going back down.
Nah, indeed.
So that's a lot of commitment that you put into yourself, into that to-do list to make those things happen.
Yeah, it's not like I had a bad life or something.
No.
But I felt like, it's all gonna come. Like it's gonna come. I do fairly good, I thought. And then it's like, if I keep having this mentality, I will not get the life I really want. Like I can have like a comfortable life probably, but I'm not gonna have like the good life, the really good life I want. Like
this is not going to be sustainable.
No, this is not going to be sustainable. Like I'll be going home like very soon, living in my mom's basement. So
yeah, totally. So at some point, with all this, you've done some traveling, right?
Yeah.
You've been around, seen some places, and I'm really into the idea that how you can pick up culture from different places, and it makes you so much more of an open-minded person to take on new challenges. And I really think that's so important to creative people, that they need to go out and soak up the big wide world. So
yeah, definitely.
Do you have any stories that you'd like to tell? Or
yeah, for me, to be honest, the biggest thing for me was when I was still in college. I went all by myself to study in America, in a place I've never heard of. It was called Cape Girardeau in Missouri. So it sounds like it's pretty boring, but it was great. It was super great. But that was like a big step out of my comfort zone. It was like a huge step out of my comfort zone. My mom really helped me like taking that step, to be honest.
Right, okay. Because most family is like usually stay here,
Yeah, my mom really helped me. Like, okay, Bart, you're gonna do it. It's gonna be good for you.
Sweet.
And then I did it. I really had to go out of my comfort zone for that. And after like 2 weeks, or after like a week, I noticed like this is the best thing I could have done. Like, you put yourself in a new environment. You have to like do new things you have to make like new friends. You have to like force yourself to make new friends. You have to do completely new things. You have to learn all the stuff. You have to, put yourself like in a new environment is like pretty important, I think, to take in new influences, and yeah, you know,
I think it's so important that brings you out of your shell as a
Yeah.
human being. You're forced to have to communicate in various different ways, sometimes not even with people that speak your own language. You know, like it really forces you to communicate better as a person, to be able to make connections, and those same connections are the same things that can easily be applied into business.
Exactly.
Into making connections with and same with relationships.
Yeah.
They all go hand in hand with that same kind of connection building that's needed. And you can do that by going really easily by going out to different places like this.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, cool, Bart. Awesome. I love your advice. I hope people take away from what you've been saying there. I think it's awesome. And
all right.
Yeah, cool, man.
All right. Hey, thanks. Good being here.
I'm really impressed with how Bart and a few of my friends in the SSM Freedom Business community go about setting up their day to achieve optimal success. He stacks health, fitness, nutrition, meditation, education, rest and planning all into a tight routine that's proven to work out well for him. Working from anywhere in the world, he gets to set up his business in an ultimate environment for creative fruition. Using basic psychology to get into the minds of potential customers is always a great talking point. I love Bart's suggestions for writing problem descriptions and project proposals to clients to allow them to see you as an authority figure. Then using some rapport building skills to allow your client to know you understand their business's true intent. Also, those branding tips got me really thinking about what we sometimes think is a cool web design might not be the best option. It might be worth that little bit more research into what a client would prefer when loading up your page. So yeah, some awesome tips in this episode. I hope you got a lot out of it. Be sure to check out all what Bart's got going on at effectivewhiteboardvideos.nl and show your support and subscribe in YouTube and in iTunes. I make this content to help creative people in the areas that I've struggled the most in my career. So if you're struggling with yours or you feel like you've overcome a huge hurdle in your productive performance, guess what? I'd love to hear about it. So get in touch, like and follow me on Facebook. Let's have a chat about how we can bring out the best creative in you and in others. Thanks. Bye.